This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
I did she one time or another. Now she says she gonna be a mother.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Anthony's Bar and Grill, Burger King, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, and Prince Masters.
If you're old enough to do this to me, Nanny, you're old enough to marry she. My son, don't try to run. 'Cause I ain't gonna miss with this.
Welcome to Guardian Radio. It's a Talking Heads Thursday. Yeah, this is your boy Pearly in the house. We're on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. You already hear that sound, producer. Producer, I don't want people thinking things with me, you know. I do not have anybody pregnant, okay? So that's the great Eddie Menace. He put out a lot of great songs. So good to be here with you guys today. And I want you all to be with me today, so you need to become Talking Heads.
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
And it is so simple. You pick up your phone and you dial 323-6232. That's 323-6232. 325-4316, 325-4316, or 325-4259, 325-4259. Family Islands, outside the jurisdiction, call 242-300-5720. That's 242, toll-free, 300-5720. And if you're too shy to call, not a problem, you know. Text me. It's powered by BTC. 422-4796, 422-4796. Let me hear from you. Let's have a conversation. All kind of things going on this week we can talk about. So I hope everybody, it is still a little chilly. I don't know where that cold come from. I understand that's the coldest it's been in about 30, 40 years. But it was cold this week. Really, really cold. 2 blanket cold. Wind is shut right down. And Hennessy, warm drinks, you know, keeping you warm. So good to be here. Let's see what's going on in the headlines today.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
Front page of The Guardian this morning. New hospital will have a 50-50 labor split. Davos says government wants to improve ratio. PM Pintard row over BPL fuel hedge. Garden Hills residents want to see what Rick Fox can do. In new book, Dr. David Allen shares how group therapy helps heal trauma. Interesting stuff. Over here in the business section, Colby Davis, LNG will power base load production by year end. Substantial savings felt by consumers within 18 months, according to Minister. Anyway. Transition to liquefied natural gas will also mean a reduction in carbon emissions. Neely, SpaceX filing application for February rocket booster landing. NEP implementation document within 6 months, says Energy Minister. And ORG stresses NDP must be free from political agendas. And Smith, fast payment system will add jet fuel to Sand Dollar. I have a Sand Dollar account. Everybody should get one. So what's going on, everybody? How you doing? All kind of things happening today. I see F&M Senator Maxine Seymour has resigned from the Senate today. And I see an announcement that trade unionist Nicole Martin will be the next senator. Interesting. Very interesting. Going from one woman to the next. That's a good thing. We didn't, they got it 2-2, 2 men, 2 women. That's fine. And it's good to see more women involved. I saw a couple flyers come out. The PLP had a flyer out, say 11 fantastic women or 11 great women running. Then I see the F&M put out a flyer, so they got 13 women, which is a good thing. Do you think that's a good thing, that we have more women participating in frontline politics, putting their names out there to run for the House of Assembly? I think that's wonderful. I think we need more of that. I think the quote-unquote men's club in politics is dying fast, and we're now getting more women involved. And one day, it might be my daughter, you never know. One day we should have a female prime minister. That would be great to see. Other countries have done it. Jamaica's had one. Barbados has a female prime minister. Dominica had one. So it's happened out there. England had a prime minister. It's happened out there. So hopefully one day in the Bahamas, we'll get ourselves a female prime minister. But at this time, the news for the day is Senator Maxine Seymour has stepped down from the Senate, and Nicole Martin will be taking her place. We got a text. It says here, good day. Why did the senator resign, Maxine? I questioned and I asked. It ain't nothing bad, I was told. It's a family issue, it's a personal thing, and so she had to make a decision what's best for her or family, so she's making that move. So it's nothing bad out there. Don't put nothing behind it. Don't speculate nothing. Don't guess nothing. Don't say things. No, it ain't none of that. All right? Ain't none of that. Let's put that out there right now. It's none of that. It is just that at this time she decided that she needed to make some moves, and she went to the leader, I understand, and she told the leader of the opposition that she intends to step down, and that happened. That's it. Nothing else. So I don't need to hear no rumors out there. I don't need to hear nothing else to talk about, okay? Caller, you are on the air. How you doing this month today?
That was quick. What's happening, Pearly?
Hey, brother, what you saying, Pops?
All right, that's Naughty Son, their producer.
Yeah, that's they call the AKA Stat Boy.
Respect, Stat Boy. Respect.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Hopefully, if he's here at 5 o'clock, we'll pull him in.
Yeah, respect.
We'll talk a little sports if he's here at 5.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
But you know sports like your daddy.
You know it better than your daddy.
You know it better than your daddy?
Let me tell you some of these young people.
Hey, I'm saying something, but you sound like he respect you and like you highly too, Pearly.
No, he's a good kid. He's call me Uncle Earl.
Okay.
All right, but when I learn about young people today, they read a lot more than us in terms of sports, and they know a lot. So I don't get in arguments with my sons on sports at all because they put me down. So I just go with the flow.
Yes. So, Uncle Pearly, let me start off by congratulating my first cousin, my mother.
Yes, your neighbor.
No, hold on. That's my mother, sister, daughter. She is my first cousin.
Okay.
She lived through Forbes. I lived through Matthew.
Okay. I know where you live. I know where she lives. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Congratulations to Nikki.
Yeah.
This is the second time in the Senate, eh?
I'm not certain.
I think Minnesota in the Senate before.
I'm not. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. So I'm not certain.
I believe it's a good move.
We know she'll do a great job.
Yeah, I believe it's a good move, and although she didn't get the nomination, the bottom line is now, Nikki, you and your team get along with the person who is the candidate, and you all do your job.
Okay.
Everybody get together and do your job.
So everybody got to eat.
And that young fellow who running in Pinewood, if I was them, I would work together and make things strong in this area. Nassau, Cincinnati, and Pinewood Garden and do things together.
Oh, you mean Denari Road? He's a good kid, you know. He's a really good. I've got the opportunity to sit down and talk.
He's smart. I'm impressed with him.
And he has a plan, and I'm impressed.
Yeah, for a young person, too.
Yeah. Good kid.
The Minister of Health, although any people say they don't like me saying I'm a PLP.
Well, you are what you are.
Well, let me say it this way then. If I was the Prime Minister, I would have fired Dr. Darwin.
Why?
But I would have feel bad, too, because I allow it to happen as the Minister of Finance.
Why would you? But that ain't him alone.
I'm happy to know the Prime Minister, them doing.
That's a cabinet decision.
Hospital in Nassau, I thank God for that. They doing something in Freeport, too. What, that's a university or something?
I have no, there's a university there already, but you mean the government?
You remember they start when the people saying they need to fix the Iran and they start to say they building a new something over there?
Yeah, but they keep saying something that don't happen, so I'm not even going to quote what I hear.
So they didn't start yet or nothing?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, like I say, the
Prime Minister,
I would have walked through the hospital. I know he might have done walk through it before.
I saw a video of him walking through the hospital.
He's the Minister of Finance, and the hospital is a serious, important place. I'm happy to know they could do the specialty hospital, but this Princess Margaret Hospital, people dying. It sounds so bad to know. I listen to the news. They say they had to close the morgue down where they keep the dead people because the morgue ain't working, and then they say they contract a private company to keep it. I don't know if they fixed the problem yet. Then, again, for years now, they decide, make a choice to either contract the lunch and the food, or they close the cafeteria.
The cafeteria been closed for a little while.
But some of these things only boil down to money. And I was saying maybe
priorities.
The Prime Minister could take some time and go in there, because the Prime Minister, although Dr. Dar will say that's just Miss Lockhart's opinion, at least that's what I paraphrase him to say.
Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? They're Bahamian, right?
Prime Minister Davis, just the voice Princess Margaret Hospital has become.
Yep.
And it's sad to know that you're the Minister of Finance and the Prime Minister at the same time. And I know you care about people, but you everywhere doing everything else. But you can't get down to the hospital and make sure the cafeteria open back and the morgue operating the right way. I mean, I know you don't have to eat out there. You might could go to a private morgue whenever your time comes, but we have loved ones in there.
Yes.
And then you're moving these bodies up and down. Instead of you fix the morgue. That's the way it's been, like the woman saying, 20-something years. Thank you, Pearlie. Keep up the good work.
All right, my brother. Take care. Your papa got a whole mouthful and then gone. But my whole thing about it is let's get this hospital right before you build the next one. You know? Call you on there. How you doing?
Early, what's going on, man?
Hey, in this corner. I rate you.
I don't want you to sleep, bro. This slate of candidates with the FNM push out.
Uh-huh.
I feel it's the first time I feel excited in a long time.
For real?
About a set of candidates. Yeah,
That's wonderful, yeah. Yeah,
Because there's a lot of younger people, too.
Uh-huh.
A lot of intelligent people in this grouping, man.
Yes.
A lot of intelligence in this grouping.
Yes.
So if they get the opportunity and if they get the chance, I feel they can do. Follow the leader. And if he say he can do what he say he can do, it can be a grouping of people representing us in the Bahamas for the next 5 years.
Like, okay.
With the guy named from Tall Pines, man.
Godville McDonald.
I grew up in that area. I come from home from Freeport.
Okay.
I grew up in that area, man.
Okay.
From a little boy, I was in that area. So
Okay.
I went to support him, man.
Gotcha. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
man.
He has a lot of ideas. He's a leader. Has a lot of ideas. Has a lot of contacts. A lot of world leaders in terms of CEOs and stuff around the country, around the world. So he should be able to do some good things in Nassau Village.
Portfolio on the website and all of that. He seems like a very intelligent individual.
Yeah. I've had a conversation with him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Thanks for the call. Appreciate
Bert.
you, man. All right, let's read this. Let's read a couple texts here. Aprilly, no matter how much women get in the government, as long as their nasty Westminster system is in place, nothing will change. I don't know if you want to call it a nasty Westminster. Maybe you may not like the system, but that's the system that we have. Pop, she never was a senator. She ran the last election and lost, yes. Pearlie started to build a big clinic in Freeport. It's ongoing. Pearlie started to build a big clinic in Freeport. It's ongoing. How long it can be ongoing, Dexter? How long is it going to be ongoing? That's interesting. But just to comment a little bit on what Papa had to say, and I talk to people, and I know people who work in that hospital, that needs a lot. And I just can't wrap my head around why we're taking $200+ million to build a hospital when we should put that into PMH and get that to be first class and then look at doing something afterwards. We have to bring in retired nurses and nurses from Africa. But we want to build a hospital. How are we going to staff that hospital? I'm not understanding this. You know, and I think I have an above average sense of understanding. Did go to the best school in the country. I had to put that in there. Well, but I think I have a decent understanding, and I just can't understand this. And I wish somebody would explain it to me to make me understand. We don't have enough nurses. We don't have enough medicine, equipment. The hospital in disrepair needs work. But we're going to build another hospital? Make it make sense to me. Help me, people. Help me. Call you on the air. How you doing?
I listen to you and I hear you, right? But if a population growing,
yes.
You understand? So if a population growing, so why you just stay in a little small house instead of build something else?
I'm not disputing building something else, you know. I understand that part. Let me just say this. I can let you get you talking. I can let you get your word. Let me just say this. I understand that. But let's say this. You living in this house. Mm-hmm. The roof leaking and everything. Mm-hmm. You ain't moving to that house, but you're going to build another house to put your children in, but you ain't going to fix your house up so that you can live good?
Listen to the scenario.
Okay.
The hospital is then run down. You did what you did. You caused that to run down, you know. This is not 5 years, that's not 10 years, not just 20 years, not 15 years, not 20 years.
Okay, fine. I accept that. Fine. Okay, fine.
You caused that.
Yes.
So we talking about government now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I understand.
You understand? You caused that.
Okay.
You understand? So when you allow migrants and foreigners or whatsoever to be to populate the country, you need health care. So you can't just have that. You just can't have that in just one box.
Okay.
That can't work as the population grows.
And brother, I agreeing with you. You know, I agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
You get all these work permits. You get all these work permits. All this money from these work permits. Maybe you going about it wrong because the Bahamian people are
now we
paying
getting somewhere.
More taxes for the majority of these people.
I understand.
Because we're taking in more, and the people we can't do it. If you understand what I said.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with you in terms of building. I don't have a problem with another hospital, you know. I just have a problem that we don't have this one fixed up before we build another hospital. That's my issue.
But see, you can't alleviate the problem unless you move on. You have to move on because you already stalled the problem. You have stalled that.
Yes.
That's the case.
Yes, but you still got to fix it up. So what you telling me? So you telling me shut down PMH then? That's what you're saying?
I'll say something. It's like a woman.
Be careful now. Be careful.
You're going back and forth. You can take the woman back. That's so big. No.
You might love her.
That's my 5 cents.
Thank you, brother. What you mean if I get back? I love her. I get back. Let me read this text. Oh, I love my callers. Oh, I love them. I love them so much. Pearlie, the Rand Memorial Hospital doesn't have a morgue. They are in containers. Yeah, I know that, and I've seen that, and that's what Papa alluded to when he was talking. Hey, Pearlie, does love your show? Can you ask the F&M man to come on Sarah Ingram Park so we can hear his plans for us? I will pass that message on to him, and I'll pass the message. I'll see if I can get to him. Let me see here what we got here. Good day. And the new rollout gave a reason that my children will be allowed to grow and contribute in this country that we call home. It all looked like restoration and hope for young people who are working for me. Do you expect a man past 75 years to remember everything every essay and negotiate my future? Interesting. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Call you on there. How you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing?
I'm good, my brother. What's up?
Yeah, I think the nation is actually confused.
Okay.
Because they give us information and they combat it. It's like they just being on the radio about a year ago and say, well, we're not having enough children. So
I heard that conversation happening. We're not having enough children. We don't look for Pearlie to make no more.
Yeah, government said that we are underpopulated.
Okay.
But we're building a hospital because we're overpopulated. I mean, it's not making no sense for growth of children when they're saying that we don't have enough children.
Maybe you don't have enough Bahamian children.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But they're saying that the Bahamians ain't having enough children, but they're building enough hospitals. They're building another hospital for women who's having children.
I can be a little facetious here. I have one grandchild, and I waited on my other children to give me some more grandchildren. So
that's all of us. It's like all of our parents have more children than we have.
Yes, I have one grandson, and I mean, his birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Taylor. His birthday was yesterday, but I a couple more grandchildren for me to spoil would be good.
Yeah, and I don't think you need a hospital for them, though.
No.
Put the money in the hospital that we have now.
I agree. I think we should fix up PMH, and let's make it first class. Let's put $100 million into it, fix it up really good, then say, okay, now let's look at the...
And pay the nurses.
And pay the nurses, of course. Pay the nurses, of course. And give them the overtime and pay them properly. And then, and in terms of paying the nurses, let's look at bumping up this base salary of these nurses because we're losing too many to cross the waters.
Let me tell you what is my idea. I don't know how good of an idea it is.
Well, it's an idea.
But what it is I think what they should do, it's not only nurses, but nurses and teachers. What they should do is give them incentives like the state. If they can't raise the pay, how about if you've been on the job for like more than 5 years? How about you get a piece of crown land to help build your house or something like that.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
And once if you get the crown land, you actually can't leave. Or if you leave to go to another country, you actually have to turn it back to the crown.
Okay, so a sort of different type bond.
Yeah, it's like a staple, like the staple you hear.
Yeah, okay.
And to actually help you along the way.
Okay.
Because land ain't affordable. So let's get them the crown land, let's get them to stay and help them along the way.
Yeah, I agree. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for calling. Let's read, before we go to the break, let's read this text. Pearly, tell them take it easy on my PM. They said 75. Listen, I understand that Brother Smith and Brother Bullet going to China, and they put out a phone number for you to call if you're interested in joining them, 427-0930. That's Brother Smith, 427-0930, and Brother Bullet, 455-9778, 455-9778. Give them a shout. This is Pearly here on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, and Mr. Talking Heads Thursday. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we can talk a little bit more and see what's going on. I want somebody to explain to me what the brother from parliamentary registration was talking about, we bringing people who speak Creole fluently. I thought you had to speak English to be a Bahamian citizen, but you need to explain that to me so I can understand. This is Pearly. We'll be right back.
Straight down to Cape, see Preacher Cave is right up on each gate. Oh, lighty die, oh, lighty die, oh, lighty die, oh, lighty die. Now Ezra, he was the island king, that little man. He do most anything, he collect the mail.
Crunch boring lunches and enjoy real food at a real good price with KFC's value deals. For $5.95, you can get a famous bowl and drink or a one-piece chicken box. For max value, grab a value box. That's a piece of our iconic chicken, nuggets, cheesy mashed potato, a buttery biscuit, fries, a dessert biscuit, and soda, all for just $9.95. KFC value deals have got the crunch that you're looking for. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Get ready for the biggest football game of the year, Super Bowl 60. We have the best seat in the house for you. Join Star 106.5 All-Star Team live at Anthony's on Paradise Island on Super Bowl Sunday, February 8th from 2 to 6 p.m. Enjoy giant screens, delicious fun food, ice-cold Calick Bear specials, prizes and surprises non-stop. It's the place to be for Super Bowl Sunday. Anthony's on Paradise Island. Watch the Patriots take on the Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
The Star 106.5 All-Star Team will be there to cheer you on from 2 to 6 p.m. It's the biggest Sunday of the year for the biggest game of the year, Super Bowl 60, live at Anthony's on Paradise Island. Don't miss it.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
No, Mama, we ain't gonna rake and scrape. We can clean the house just like you say. That's right? Yeah, that's right. We rake and scrape. All right, now.
Mama don't like no raking and scraping in here. Mama don't like no raking and scraping in here.
Oh, yeah. But one thing you know about Pearly is a real Bahamian when it comes to my music. I'll dance all day to Bahamian music. Rake and scrape everything. I always tell people, and welcome back to Guardian Radio Talking Heads here on 96.9 FM. I always tell people, if you want a vacation, go to the Family Islands. If you want to go shop, go to foreign. Because you know, if you go with your woman or your wife or sister or mommy or anybody like that, you go to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, New York, wherever you go, first thing they want to do is shop. But what I want to do is rest. So if I want relaxation, Inagua, the best kept secret, that's where you see Pearly. Calling you are on the air. How you doing?
Good afternoon, one of my bestest friends, Pearl. What's happening?
Right there, my brother. What's happening?
Father of Pearl, my mother. And I'm telling him, don't confuse it.
Don't confuse it.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What you know about anything but any Inagua?
I'm a Nixon. I am a Nixon. And if you know that name, then you know that's Inagua. I am a
Nixon. I know the
Nixon.
I almost got married to one of your girls down there, Lil Roll.
Oh, yeah?
Of course, you know, Combs and all of them down there.
Yes, my mother born in Inagua. My mother was born in
You know how to find your spot in on the beach?
Yes, and my cousin Scott got a nice little cabana bill on that we chill out when we go. And I know how to throw my nettle in the creek too to catch my shot.
Man, listen to me, buddy. I never seen nothing like that.
I tell you,
in India, the only thing we carry in the bag there was a little bit of rice.
Yes.
And we come out with a full Sunday meal, crab and rice.
Yes.
You talk about lobster,
yes,
grouper, fish, everything. Right in the bush.
Yes.
Motorbike.
We got one bunch of coconut tree on the property. All you do is my cousin got one long stick with a hook, stand in the back of that truck and just yuck down coconut, make a gully wash, whatever you call it. And just have a good time. Broad shot, we catch them, cut them, season them down.
You ain't got to
little
go
blue
fly,
crab. No.
Right there, 2 foot in the water.
Yes. Count bigger than my hand. Count bigger than my hand. That's Inagua. That's home.
Man, I tell you, I almost got married to one of your people. I was one of the fellas when I was a young DJ. I used to DJ in Supers and them, man.
Okay. Yes. One of my favorite spots.
You know Dodie and Lindsay and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I just was in Inagua a couple of weeks ago, and I went there for my Auntie Iva's funeral.
Okay.
And I do not like to go to Inagua because I don't like leave.
See, you know something though, Pearls, what makes me? A lot of Bahamians, when we get in conversation about these family and stuff, they don't know nothing.
You gotta go.
Home.
You gotta go.
Nothing,
you
man.
You gotta go.
But listen, I hear you talking about what somebody's saying about Creole or something like that when I doing it.
Yes. There's a video going around where one of the I don't know his position. He was one of the directors or the senior manager, whatever your position he is, coming from parliamentary the parliamentary station, and he said that they're opening on Saturdays and Sundays. They're bringing in more people, and they bring in people who are fluent in Creole.
Man, that's AI, man. Buddy.
No, I know AI.
Buddy, I trying to be the trying to help him, man.
You're trying to be the voice of reason, eh?
That's AI. But see, another thing that irks me about the Bahamas, we've been around 50-something plus years now.
As an independent nation.
If we can't see Burley this time, we really losing this place. But there's something wrong with us.
Yeah, we got to see
something wrong with us.
We got to see it.
Yeah, you have to.
And listen, I don't have a problem with immigration. You know, if you come in the right way.
Yeah.
If you come in the right way, and you want to be a part and contribute to the country, and we have had many foreigners, and I'm not going to call one nation. We have had many foreigners who come to the Bahamas, and who came in the right way and has contributed to the growth of this country. Yeah. And I don't have a problem with that. But when you're coming in here and you're sneaking in, and I have a problem.
But
I have a problem.
Let me tell you something, and I can go on this Grammy boy going on this one.
Okay.
When you see Spanish Wells have a problem with immigrants, we got a problem.
For real.
We got a problem.
For real.
Thank you.
Because you know in Spanish, so when you're leaving, okay.
Exactly. You know what time it is.
Been there many times. All right. Thank you, my brother. Interesting. Caller, you on the air. How you doing? You got to be a little more patient with me, callers. You know, I'm long-winded. I got a couple of texts here. Let me read them. I hope Debbie noticed that I am pronouncing the word correct. Pearly, those voters who need translators are the new Bahamian citizens, and they need our help in speaking English. Text. I can leave that one. I almost get sent home just now. Almost said the wrong thing. Good afternoon. That perplexes me too. If you can't speak English, you probably can't. What informed your decision to vote? Oh, forgot about the secret meetings the PLP and the FNM had in the back of certain pastors' churches. We selling better than Dowswell Street. Wow. Good day, people. let everybody in Nassau this month, let's show our love to nurses and healthcare workers by taking up a special offering dedicated Radio Day of Love or donating to the Nurses Association to collectively help our nurses to know the Bahamas is our home and God truly lives here. It's a great idea. Pearlie, do you know the Bains or Cartwrights from Inagua? I know Cartwrights. They're supposed to be my families. I know several of them. I don't know Bains, but I'm sure if I ask my mother or any of my cousins, they will tell me. Someone said that one of the Prime Minister's children is a doctor. Why is he treating the nurses this way? He is the Minister of Finance. He turned out to be a big disgrace. His daughter is a doctor. I remember when he got sick, his daughter arranged for him to come. When he caught COVID, his daughter arranged for him to come to the States where she's a doctor. I don't think she's here in the Bahamas. I don't know. She may have moved here, but at that time she was in the States. Carly on the air. How you doing?
Sir.
What's up?
Can I make a comment? Let me see if you picked this up the same time I picked it up.
Let's see. Go ahead, brother.
During Dr. Davol's communication in the House, he said that they're going forward with the development, which will take 36 months, which is 3 years.
Yes.
Then afterwards, they will then work on the hospital.
I vaguely, I was watching him, and I started to hear that. I think something happened. I didn't hear all of it, and I did ask.
I laughed, and I said, the women people fall for that. I always comes.
So let's look at this. This 2026.
Yeah.
So you telling me they ain't gonna look at PMH till 2029? What you think? What kind of condition that can be in by that time?
Yes. And I say, well, my God, my women people really exactly counts.
Nobody's get all excited and get all hooked up in the minutia of the parties and the drinks and the food and all the music. And we don't pay attention to what's going on in your country till after, and then they say, "My mother's sick."
See, I was an independent candidate, right? I was a politician.
In Pinewood, right?
Career Manchil, right? So I watch the aggressiveness of our people when it comes to us challenging the status quo, which is PLP versus FNM, right?
Yes,
But I sit back as an independent who do not want to follow that same old wine skin, and I'm amazed at how our people celebrate these fellas and don't listen to their words. Because he simply say in Parliament that 36 months is until the completion of the specialty hospital.
And you know this be overrun, so that's close to 4 years. You know that.
Right. Then they'll be moving all the specialty, functions out of the PMH, and then they'll be renovating those areas in PMH to improve it. So that means we have to wait 4 years whilst they build out a specialty hospital to accommodate God knows who, because like they say, if Bahamians ain't having children, because I know I have 2 daughters, and I ain't trying to have no more because it's really expensive.
Yes.
But what mind boggles me is, it's amazing how our country, if our leaders wanted to increase our population, then I would invite more millionaires to partner with Bahamians.
Yeah.
I wouldn't invite poor people to look for jobs in my country and help them replace my people.
Understood.
That is what our governments did with this immigration.
I
They're
got you.
bringing people who can't afford nothing but looking for something to replace us versus finding all those millionaires and partnering them with one of our Bahamians. So versus bringing in 200,000 poor Haitians or foreigners, we could bring in 200,000 millionaires with disposable income of $1 million to spend with a Bahamian.
I got you. Okay.
Good.
Point. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for calling.
Yes, my brother.
Good luck in the election, okay? Interesting. Very interesting. Carly on the air. How you doing?
Hi, good day. How you doing?
Thank God for life.
You better believe that.
So what's up?
A question to talk about today. When we talk about the hopes that you in hopes, right? The PMH.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You in hopes in the PMH, right?
Say that again.
Let's say your hopes get big.
Okay.
Your family get big.
Okay.
So everybody's supposed to just come right in the same house. I try to figure out that nobody can jump out.
I hear you.
That's all I want to say.
Okay, brother. Thank you. Carly on the air. How you doing? Carly on the air. How are you?
Yeah, Pearlie.
Don't listen to your radio. Turn your radio down and listen to your phone.
Yeah, Pearlie. What you say?
Right here, Bremen. What's happening?
I mean, what PLP stand for, right?
What does it stand for? Now, be careful. What does it stand for?
Promises, life, and pilfering.
I've heard some analogies. I heard a lot, but that's a new one for me. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
They talking about, everybody got to realize this political time. What they say, they ready for the road, right?
Yeah.
Or they ready to run away and take all of the people who they give these fake papers to the big boys, right?
Okay. Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay, I hear you're talking about someone who can speak what?
Creole.
They need someone who could speak English.
I got you.
Because they don't seem to understand and get it.
I got you.
But I guess they figure they can do whatever it takes. By what it say? By any means necessary, as the saying goes.
Yes, I've heard that saying.
And if he falls for it, we pay attention to whatever it is. They don't care because that's the people that who vote for them or who depend on them and ain't doing too well and who voted them in because plenty else ain't vote in the last election.
And you need to vote in this election.
2 mandates, right?
And you need to vote in this election. You're voting in this election, right?
I registered I didn't do my registration long time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? From last year. But the thing is, right? Them who put them there, they ain't checking for them. They ain't been answering. You think they can answer anybody now?
For real.
They ain't here for you. And what the fella, y'all say the wrong one for that. Oh, we ain't making enough babies. But even he never try. You know what I mean? Because with his practice, that's,
Bremen, behave.
That's Freddie from Fox Hill.
I got you, Freddie.
He called the man while calling, right?
I hear you, Freddie. I go on that. I can be calling you Freddie Bremen. I going on that one, okay? I love Bremen. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Yes, good evening. How you doing?
Thank God for life. What's up?
Yeah, I'm well. I listen to you all. I hear you asking, what's the whole excitement about this thing, about this new proposed hospital when we having so much issues, staff in the old one and so forth and so forth.
Yeah.
Well, was it Bill Clinton who said, follow the money, stupid?
I don't know if it's Bill Clinton, but I've heard the saying.
Yeah, it was one U.S. president who coined that phrase, follow the money, stupid.
Yeah.
So we are not listening well enough to learn what these things mean. That every government come to power, they're always taunting, building new buildings, doing this infrastructure, doing the next infrastructure. And in this particular case, the hospital.
Yeah.
So if he's excited about this hospital, about this building, and he's not excited about what's been happening at the existing hospital, then it cannot be about service that he's excited about. It has to be something else.
Okay.
So there goes that phrase, follow the money, stupid. When you really look at it, I have a 16-year-old grandson who has just been cited by some baseball training project to see they like what they see in him.
Oh yeah, scouting, yeah,
championship.
Camp, yeah.
And so they're recruiting potential prospects for the future.
Yes.
Okay, there is a nursing program in this country.
Okay.
Now, if you ask the question between the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health, how many prospective recruits they have to become nurses and doctors, how many training nurses they have now, how many scholarships they have given to people to go off to become doctors. You think they got an answer for that?
Yeah, they know who in Jamaica, Trinidad, and Barbados, because that's what the program is in UE. So they know how many Bahamians we have in Jamaica. They know how many Bahamians we have in Barbados, and they know how many Bahamians we have in Trinidad in the medical and law programs. They know that. And then they know who here at the teachers train at the Princess Margaret Nurses Training College as well. They know how much they got.
The point is, you've been short-staffed before you came into office.
Yes.
And
been short-staffed before the last set of people came into office.
Yes.
The point is, they've been recruiting over the last 10, 15 years to really ensure that the numbers that is necessary or beyond the numbers that is necessary is coming out of what they need.
I think that's part of the program that Dr. Minnis introduced when he made UB free, because the nursing program is part of University of the Bahamas. In order for Bahamians who can't afford to go to college, who may want to be a nurse, to get in there. And I would think they would have some kind of program saying, hey, I think you would be a good nurse. I think you'll do this. But one of the problems we don't have enough kids that get into the sciences in school. And we need to push that.
It's because they're not encouraged. You see, if doctors are leaving in droves, as was reported recently, and nurses are going anywhere else except here, then obviously something is wrong, and it cannot be simply the facility. Yes, the facility may need upgrade, but it cannot simply be that. See, these people are crying for monies, and politicians are getting monies however they want it.
Yeah, the issue is with the nurses is that you making, and let's say they're making $5 here, and they could go to foreign and make $25. So that's the problem. Because I got but 4 more calls, and they tell me I ain't got much time. But I appreciate your call so much, and keep calling. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, buddy, I'm doing well. How are you today?
Thank God for this pain I'm going through, and by feeling this, I know I'm alive.
Well, praise the Lord.
Amen.
And all things the Bible says we ought to give thanks.
I give him every day.
Amen. Listen, buddy, I heard on the news that your good friend, Senator Maxine Seymour, resigned from the Senate.
Yes.
You know, was she an aspirant?
No. She had announced from last year, early last year, that she's not interested in running because she wants to do with some personal things. So that was not an issue. That was not an issue at all. And she didn't resign from the Senate as having any issues with the party or with Pintard or anything. That's more a personal issue that she's dealing with.
Oh, because, I mean, according to the news, she said for moral principles.
Yeah, but there isn't nothing that's wrong.
What exactly does that?
I'm not certain.
And why at this particular time, just after the announcement of all of the candidates?
Well, there's some personal things she's going through that I'm not at liberty to announce, but it was necessary, all right? Timing, yes, may not be good based in some of our eyes, but it's something that she had to deal with.
Oh, okay. It just looked to somebody, I'm not an FNL, I'm not a PLP, I'm nothing. But for somebody looking from the outside in?
Yeah, and we speculating, they're going to this, but, technically, she may have more, the new senator may have up until October, technically, if the prime minister decides to wait the time out.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to say that we can be early.
She may have less time.
She may. Okay. All right, brother. Appreciate the call. Thank you. Call you on the air. Call you there. How you doing?
Hey, Pearlie.
Hey, Pearlie. What's up, baby girl?
Right here, enjoying this weather.
Yeah?
Waiting for round 2.
I can leave that one. Talk to me.
The gentleman who was talking about the knowing the amount of nurses and doctors that are in training.
Yes.
He started to say, just because he knows how much is there, don't mean that so much is going to be here for usage.
Point.
Because if you ain't paying the people properly, why would I use my money to spend all the time in college? Do free work, next to free work? No, man.
No, but I think, and don't quote me, I think that the doctors who are in the program with UB, with Barbados and Trinidad and Jamaica, I think that they have to take a 2 or 3 year bond, so they have to stay in the Bahamas for those amount of time. I think the same thing with the nurses. But after that, they get a big job offer in Ohio, New York, Los Angeles, and bushcrack, nurse gone.
Exactly, but then, and see, this is why one of the reasons why, too, we have such not 100% service from these people. Because why? They're doing what they feel like they're obligated to. I'm not. I told a story one time where I visited a government clinic, saw a doctor there, and had an issue, decided to go to a private doctor, and realized that the exact same doctor I saw in the government clinic is the same doctor I'm seeing privately.
Some of them have agreements. She was
I mentioned, I said, oh, it was so good. She said, no, I'm not doing this. She said, I'm only here to help out my friend doctor who had to leave. So she called me to sit in for her just for the day.
Okay.
She said, do you know how much patients I already went through? She said, child, the government, I was lucky to see 10 in one day, and then the rest of the day for me. She said, so I am not doing this private thing. It's too much people to see. I said, but there's money in it. She said, it's not all about money for me, child. I like my free time.
And some are like that.
You understand? And she is one of those who, when you go to the clinic, they have 10 the nurses is not going to let you pass because 10 people is how much they taking for the day, and no matter how much more there, we wait for tomorrow.
Amen.
And that's the problem too. You have a lot because they know they owe the doctor these time, owe the government this time. They're not giving it their best.
I agree.
Then a lot of them are, but then there's still a lot of them who aren't. You know, because I met one who's in government in the accident emergency, and listen, he stood out to me. Every time I spot him on the road now, I just hail him and I always thank him for his service and the way he dealt with the people there at A&E.
Okay.
He came out, he talked to you, he let you know what number you are, he let you know, and he communicated straight through.
There's a doctor?
Yes, a gentleman doctor.
Okay.
Nice, rough-looking, tattooed-up specimen.
with a long beard?
No, he ain't got a beard.
Okay.
He keep his hair tied. He's got the doctor thing on his head.
Okay. Buff, listen you.
But they say, I really must say thank you to people like that.
Okay, I got you. Thank you, my darling. Me read the text. Bahamians worrying about Haitians but forgetting about other persons in this country who refuse to speak English and let their children speak it. Let's see what else. Coming to you right now, caller. Verified at Justice Government have seen when will Guardian Radio talk about former DPM, now PM meeting with Epstein on October? I'm gonna I see what you putting in your text, but I got to follow up on that. I can't say that unless I 100% sure that happened. But trust me, Pearlie will be on that one. All right, I promise you that much. For those people who are believing these parties are talking about new faces, the old people in these parties are waiting in the background, and if the party wins, they will all show demanding big positions, and the foolish voters cry for another 5 years. It's time for a change. You know, I hear you texting, but you can't say that can happen because we got to see. All right? You think if... Anyway, I can leave that one because I know where you're coming from. That caller was correct. The person who said we ain't having no children, but he is a part of the problem, but then he's supposed to have the solution. Boy. Caller on the air. How you doing? Hey, Alan, what's happening,
Let me take my time, but hurry up.
Okay. You got 2 minutes because it's time.
Yeah,
you see the time.
The hospital. We keep talking around the Mayberry bush on these things. Where there is no national plan, you will continuously buy buckets for these things facing the Bahamas.
Yes.
Whether it be infrastructure, nurses, education, hospital, clinics, everything. See, what we need is leadership that understand that all of us is always superior in intelligence to just some of us. Then create the environment like Hanschel that call wants to happen. See, Hanschel, we don't need foreigners to team with us because we have the expertise. What we need is access to the capital. Believe it or not, the number one thing that has happened in the world that the FNM brought into force is something called DARE, the Digital Assets Bill.
Okay.
So
there.
That provides a tool in the new dispensation that turns to trillions of dollars for Bahamians to have access to capital to begin to own their economy. The problem is that you need leadership that understand these digital tools of the 21st century to put in place legislation, policies, process, procedures, programs, and protocols for Bahamians to have access to it. Then we need those individuals that understand the building of business structure to be put in place to be able to teach other Bahamians what is necessary for them to embrace ownership in the 21st century. The problem is that we hear people arguing, many people argue for more of the nanny state. Give me, rather than saying, teach me to build so I don't have to come back to you tomorrow. And I think that, for me, is what's going to happen after the next election to call if the right choice is made. And for me, that's Michael Pintard.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It goes back to the saying that the late Charles Maynard said, you could give me a fish and I could eat for a day, or you could teach me to fish and I could feed myself forever and ever. Thank you so much for the calls, the texts. When we come back, we can talk a little sports. But just before I go, I need to say a special happy birthday to my girl, my friend, Jenny Taylor. Happy 21st plus birthday today. Enjoy your day, love. Have a great day. And don't forget to send me my piece of cake. Happy birthday, Jenny. This is Pearly on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. When we get back, we can talk sports. Oh, my goodness, all kind of trades going down in the NBA. Lakers trade, Milwaukee trade, the Warriors trade, the Atlanta. We're going to talk about that when we get back. See you in a minute.
The golden rule. Give me what is mine, what you promised to me. Give me what is mine, what you promised to me. Give me what is mine, what you promised to me. Promises is all I hear. You promise that you will be my rocking chair.
John's Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Forget them flower, forget them check. You know it's Tommy, get the respect. AP is hot, we sitting close. Breeze on your lip, that's how I know. You is my person, that ain't no secret. You sharing, I might keep it. Love bucket.
8 tasty pieces of chicken, thighs and legs for just $20. Add a large side for $5. This February, love deserves a bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought up in News Bar and Grill, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, and Prince Masters.
And welcome back to a Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Sports time, but just before we get to that, I want to read a couple of texts that came in late. I didn't get to read. It says here, I do not believe the caller is Bremen. Okay, the government says they're ready for the road. We got something good for them. Be ready for the road. Just ring the D bell. Put a fork in it. It's over. Enough is enough. And if I called you the wrong name, caller, I do apologize. Good evening, Pearly. The nurses don't trust nothing Dr. Davos says. Now, MP Kingsley Smith don't believe nothing the PM says. I'm wondering when the rest of us will wake up. The union workers are next to get flam. Pearly, good day, but tell me something. Did PLP have a problem in Ryan was running for Elizabeth Estate? Wasn't he living in the U.S. and he was an American? And furthermore, what he have done to the, wasn't living in, blah, blah, and furthermore, what he have done for the Bahamas before running? Please tell me. And others, be truthful. I will listen to you and on your show today. I don't know. And that's an argument I had when he wanted to run in 2010. He just bring him game citizenship, or he renounces U.S. citizenship and running, and be given Rick Foxell, who's been doing and helping. Good day, and Senator Maxine Sim has done stellar service, and I am sure she will return even more powerful. She knows how to pass buttons with the utmost respect. God is so good. We salute Senator Seymour. Yes, I do, and I love her to death. Her husband and I are dear friends. We're big Dodger fans, so we talk a lot, and I've gotten to know her. She reminds me that when I was at ZNS, she interned there. I don't remember, but I just go along with it. All right, let's get to the day in sports history, and that's because I'm looking for it. It drops off my phone, right? But today in sports history, and we know what today is. Hold on. It's coming up. Bear with me. Work with me here. I got you. Today is Thursday, February 5th, 2026, and today in sports history in 1943, Mervyn Red Dutton was named the new NHL president. Frank Calder had died the day before. In 1950, Dick Irvin of the Montreal Canadiens became the first NHL coach to win 500 games. He ended his career with 690 wins. In 1972, Bob Douglas became the first black man elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. In 1977, the great Sugar Ray Leonard won his first pro fight. He beat Louis Vega in 6 rounds. In 1998, the first time in 30 years a wrestling match was aired in prime time. Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan in the match. In 1989, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar became the first NBA player to score 38,000 points. In 1990, NBC TV obtained the television rights to all of Notre Dame home football games for the next 5 years. Notre Dame was the first school to sell the games to a major TV network. 1991, Dave Taylor of the Los Angeles Kings became only the 29th NHL player to score 1,000 career points. In 1994, Peter Bondra of the Washington Capitals became the 10th player in NHL history to score 4 goals in one period. In 1997, Mario Lemieux of the Pittsburgh Penguins became the 7th player to score 600 career goals. In 1999, Mike Tyson was sentenced to a year in prison for assaulting 2 people after a car accident on August 31st, 1998. Tyson was also fined $5,000, had to serve 2 years of probation, had to perform 200 hours of community service upon release. In 2003, Bob Knight, Texas Tech, coaches 800th victory. In 2003, Mike Modano of the Dallas Stars got his 600 career assists, making him only the second American-born player to get 400 goals and 600 assists. Jeremy Roenick was the first American player to achieve the feat. And finally, in 2006, the Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Seattle Seahawks 21-10 in Super Bowl XL. I love saying that. Yeah, I like saying XL. It was the 5th Super Bowl. It was the 5th Super Bowl victory for the Steelers. Jerome Bettis announced his retirement right after the game. And the sports quote of the day: if you don't do what's best for your body, you the one who comes up on the short end. Julius Dr. J. Irvin.
It's a great quote, but it's missing the...
You ain't let me introduce you?
Pardon.
Oh, Mike, see, you're pulling up early.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those of all ages, my special guest today is happened to be doing his little internship here, and I tell you got to come sit with me. Stat Boy, welcome to Talking Heads with Pearly on a Thursday.
Talking Heads on a Thursday. Pearly hosting the show, running the show. Of course, y'all hear us on Sundays with the Press Box with me, my dad, Naughty, Pearly, Mega, Clint J, everybody. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. It's good to be here. And you didn't get the most important February 5th sports event though. 9 years ago today, the Patriots comeback.
It wasn't on
the today in sports.
And I don't want to bring that up because my son is Atlanta Falcon. He did not want to talk about that. But let's get into the home front quick. In the sports page, the Bahamas to face Jamaica, preliminary roster name for second window of qualifiers. VJ scored 25 against Heel and the Warriors. Well, Heel is no longer a Warrior. We'll talk about that in a minute. And Clark bows out in semis at Battle of Boca. So, who's in and who's out? And my phone has been buzzing for the last couple of days, and there's been all kind of trades, and I know you got them. So let's run down with a couple of them and talk about.
I'll go with the biggest ones. Of course, we'll get into a few of the other key little moves around the league. But James Harden, he is a Cleveland Cavalier. Darius Garland goes to the Clippers as a part of the swap. AD is a Wizard now, paired up with Trae Young in Washington.
Something's happening in Washington.
It's quite interesting. Obviously, Jaren Jackson got moved. Ja Morant didn't get moved from Memphis.
I found that very interesting.
He's a member of the Utah Jazz now.
Interesting.
Zubac today, actually. Ivica Zubac from the Clippers got traded to the Pacers today.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. So next year, him and Halliburton, they get their big to pretty much replace Miles Turner, who's in Milwaukee now.
Yeah.
And then the biggest move, well, for me personally, because I'm just saddened for him, our boy Buddy Hield is on his way to the Atlanta Hawks, along with Jonathan Kuminga from the Warriors, as Kristaps Porzingis is the new big man in Golden State, and Draymond doesn't get moved.
So, and that was interesting. What happened with LA? Didn't LA make a move?
We made a move today. We traded away Gabe Vincent and a 2032 second-round pick to the Atlanta Hawks to get back Luke Kennard in response. Luke Kennard is a 50-40-90 guy this year. Obviously doesn't shoot it a whole lot, but great offensive player, great shooter. especially from three. Defender, not so much. But I guess we're just looking at the offensive upside. And him for Gabe Vincent, the swap, it makes sense to me.
But you notice one thing I'm finding very funny. We're trading 2032 second round
that's what
pick.
I'm saying. We're in 2026. Like, we are so deep in the trenches. It's
going to get to the point the Lakers are not going to have any picks.
Right? Because, I mean, we're going into the 2030s. We haven't even touched that decade yet. That's 6 years away.
Wow. That's interesting.
6 years away.
That's interesting.
That second round pick is probably younger than my younger brother right now.
But you know something? Probably.
Young kid right now.
But what I find interesting is, what would that second round pick you think may be worth in 2032? The Lakers may be, I don't know. That could be a very high pick.
Very valuable.
I mean, when I say high pick, I'm talking about in the 20s.
On our situation, because we could either be really, really good, really, really bad. We don't. I think we'll be good, though, with Luka and Reeves going forward for the future. But we have to tool this offseason.
So we know some big moves that we thought would have been made that's not been made. Ja Morant wasn't touched.
He wasn't. And
Giannis, the Greek freak, wasn't moved. But that doesn't mean he won't be moving the offseason.
I really do think he wasn't. Let me not forget, the Celtics also added Vucevic, too, the center.
Okay.
From Chicago. They traded away Simons and I think some picks.
Sabonis. Where did Sabonis go?
Sabonis did not go anywhere, surprisingly.
Okay.
Sabonis didn't get moved, but that's another name to watch, like you say, in the offseason.
And Porzingis went too.
Porzingis is a Golden State Warrior.
So that gives Golden State a big man who can score, who can stretch
him
the
and
floors
stuff
out.
because he could shoot. So that almost really works out very solid for the Warriors.
Wow.
But Jimmy obviously torn ACL, he's out. So the main three guys are Steph, Draymond, Porzingis, and then you have Podziemski. And a couple of these. I would have rather traded Pods to the Hawks and kept Buddy. But
I'm wondering that because knowing that Jimmy is out, you need somebody who can shoot the three, who can score, I guess they
give up Buddy. I guess the Hawks said no, we're not going to accept Pods. We need Buddy, and they were like, okay, that would make sense. That's the only way. But if they didn't even consider keeping Buddy, shame on the Warriors because that's the guy you could have used to plug and play right now.
Yeah,
for Jimmy.
So any other note? That's it. That's all the trades or anything else out there?
More moves. We have. Cam Thomas, the high-volume scoring guard from the Nets, has been waived. He's in free agency now.
LaMelo was traded, and
not LaMelo, Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo, sorry.
I think he was traded to the Hornets or the Jazz.
And then they're supposed to be.
They're going to waive him, so he'll sign somewhere.
Somewhere else.
High value, he'll sign somewhere.
Some rumor says he may sign with the Lakers
to come back. Boy,
I don't know.
That would be very interesting. Jose Alvarado from the Pelicans to the Knicks. You know, Grand Theft Alvarado, the one who would sneak up behind people and steal the ball and do all that.
Yeah.
He's now with the Knicks.
That's interesting.
The Knicks were a team who people thought would land Giannis. It doesn't happen.
No.
Kobe White traded away from the Bulls. Him and Mike Conley, because Mike Conley got sent there from Minnesota.
Right.
They swap him right back out. They send him to the Charlotte Hornets. So for Kobe White, the Bulls get Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, and then 3 second-round picks.
Wow. 3 second-round
picks, but not a first.
Okay.
And here's the funny thing about the Chicago Bulls. At one point, they had Vucevic, Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Kobe White.
And all them gone.
For all them 5 players. And not only that, they totaled 1 first-round pick for that haul. They sent that whole core away and only got 1 first-round pick in return.
Wow.
So that the Bulls GM needs to be investigated because there's no way you do all that.
They could be tanking to do. They could be tanking to save some money to do something.
It's possible
because they were talking about some teams taking on some bad contracts that we get rid of this year in order to free up money.
And then that frees up money later on.
Yeah.
Jared McCain from the 76ers, the young guard, has been traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oklahoma, the rich getting richer?
And all Oklahoma gave up was a 2026 first-round pick. Didn't even belong to them. It originally belonged to Houston as a part of, I believe, the Westbrook deal or the Chris Paul deal, one of them deals.
Okay.
And 3 second-round picks, and they get Jared McCain, the Thunder do, which is another piece on the bench to just score. And like you said, the rich get richer.
And the Thunder are a very young team, so and they're going to be pick number 30, 31, 32.
They have picks stockpiled, so other teams they trade with, they have like one draft, they'll have 2 first-rounders, another they'll have 3 first-rounders.
My goodness.
Is quite scary for the NBA. So I'm hoping the Spurs match up with them because we see the Spurs do.
The Spurs beat them again.
Yep. I mean, Shea was out. He got an abdominal strain. He'll be reevaluated after the All-Star break.
Oh, boy.
But still.
Okay, let me read a couple of texts quick. Pearly, I didn't know Stat Boy was Naughty's son. I found out as many times as we talk about him.
On Press Box,
Okay, and one more. Good day. What happened to LeBron? What happened? LeBron got traded? No.
LeBron is still in Los Angeles. We'll reevaluate. I think he hits free agency this offseason.
Yeah.
We'll see where he signs, where he goes. I got money on Cleveland.
I got money on Cleveland too. As long as he don't be in LA, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But LeBron and for LeBron to come back to the Lakers next, he's gonna have to take a substantial pay cut.
Absolutely, because
And I don't think his pride would allow him to do that.
I think like a few years ago, after he left Cleveland the second time, he said he'll never sign for anything less than the max or like something close to the max.
Yeah.
He'll go to Cleveland where they'll take care of him, they'll treat him right, and he'll sign there. It'll be him, Harden, Mitchell, whoever else, Jared Allen. Obviously, Darius Garland is now in LA with Kawhi, and Kawhi didn't get moved, and they basically tore the core down around Kawhi. Harden's gone, Paul George is gone, Zubac is gone, so it's just Kawhi there now.
And I'm
rough for him.
Some of these trades are interesting, and maybe these teams are looking at say, okay, next year, let's do this now. Let's break down so we have some money next year to spend.
Yeah.
We'll be able to get some other players and really bounce back.
Right. We'll see, because the NBA is different. Like in the NFL, you have massive turnover year after year. You could have a really good year one year and then be really, really bad. But most teams like stay the same.
Yeah.
It really doesn't have a big turnaround most times. It's more rare. But we'll see how it goes.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see.
I just know we need to get younger. We need to spend money with your Dodgers owner. Come on, man. What's his name?
Just come
Walter.
in all in time.
We need to.
All in time. But
Because he's building up your Dodgers. We need this to get built up.
he'll get where he has to get to, and I think you see some moves being made. And I think the Kennard pickup is in a big pickup in terms of salary.
No, it's not. Yeah, I think the money for him, and I think
about 11 million if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and for today's money, that's nothing for the NBA fans,
yeah.
which is wild. Because a few years ago, $11 million a year was a lot of money for a contract.
And
now,
I think I don't know if he's under contract for another couple of years or not. I'm not.
I think it
quite
might be
certain.
one more year, but I'll get on that right now.
If it's so, some of the moves, and if you listen to ESPN and these other sports, they'll really gaslight you a lot to make you believe certain things can happen. Because you couldn't tell me Giannis was not going to be traded by.
I thought he was going to Minnesota, but after a minute, I thought, okay, yeah, he's really not going to get moved. But I thought Minnesota was gearing up to move him because how they moved Conley. They traded away Rob Dillingham too, their young dynamic guard from Kentucky, I believe, to get Ayo Dosunmu from the Bulls. But they ended up not making that move. And then when the Warriors traded for Porzingis, they were like, okay, they're settling for KP. They're not going to go gun for Giannis. Maybe in the offseason, we'll see how it goes. But
we'll see.
We will see. Luke Kennard, it was 1 year, $11 million contract. He just signed last summer in July. So that's just 1 year with us. He's a free agent after this. So we will see how it goes. Probably don't bring him back, or maybe we bring him back on the cheap. We'll see.
Yeah. Any other? That's it. For the trade?
Pretty much all the trade moves. Yeah, that is pretty much.
Because there was a rumor going around that I thought the Warriors may have traded Draymond, and they were talking about trading to the Lakers.
I'm glad it didn't happen because that's what I was nervous about. Because what does Draymond add to the Lakers now? Under contract,
problems,
going to be 36,
technical fouls.
That's all he adds. Like I was,
but it would have been a bad contract that we could have been. I think maybe another year on that would have freed up some money for the next year or something like that. So,
which is true and fair, but at the same time, I don't know how he would fit in the offense because he's been in Golden State long enough. He knows what to do in that offense. What would he bring to this offense? Rebounding, passing, and all that. Defense, he's still a good defender, but he just too many fouls, too many technical fouls, dumb things, flagrant fouls, and he's older. I don't need him.
So what's
younger?
What I'm seeing, and I don't know, but I think Washington is making some moves, bringing AD in there. You got Trae Young in there.
It's quite interesting. I don't know what they want to do. I don't know if they're bringing in vet presence to like kind of accelerate the growth of the youth, right?
Yeah.
And get back to the playoffs because AD and Trae Young on paper, talented guys. That pick and roll might be dangerous, fully healthy.
Yeah.
But is AD going to really want to be in Washington? Trae was happy to go.
Yeah.
He was happy to go from the Hawks. And
he
said, I accept that I'm probably going to go to the Wizards. Let's go do it. And then now AD's there. And if AD shows a positive attitude towards this thing, it could be interesting because I don't know what they see in Washington that we don't. I don't know about you. I certainly don't see any future, any brightness there. But maybe that's what they need to.
You don't know where they are in the standings now. They're
towards the bottom, Pearly. I'll pull it up, but they ain't close to the play-in or anything like that.
Yeah.
The play-in is always going to be in the East. It's always going to be Miami, Chicago, and Atlanta. That's always who's there.
But Atlanta, I don't know about Atlanta.
They'll falter now probably because they've traded so many guys. But that's what I'm saying. Like over the last 2-3 years since the play-in really became a thing, that's who's always there in the East. But yeah, let's check these standings out. Washington is 13-36.
What I mean, where they at in the number?
14th in the East
How
out of
many-
15 teams. I'm trying to tell you, the only one below them is Indiana, and obviously Indiana,
But
I expect
injuries.
that they're ravaged.
Number
They don't have
10.
Tyrese
What's
or
number
anything.
10's record?
That's Chicago at 24-27.
So the
Atlanta's-
13th, that's 11. That's 11 games
Yeah.
in the win column.
Yep. Atlanta is 9th at 25-27.
Yeah.
Orlando's 8th, 25-24. And
So-
Miami is 7th at 27-25. The Bucks are 20-29 right now. With a
feel-
disgruntled Giannis.
I feel for 80 because 80 has gone from NBA title team in terms of the
Western
Lakers winning.
Conference title team. To
Western-
then
to move down to
Dallas, which had championship hype, but
Yeah.
it never translated.
Yeah. And now he goes further down.
Washington. Oh boy.
I don't know, and I thought maybe Washington is getting him to package him with someone
Yep.
else to send somewhere else to help somebody out. I thought it might have been a
That's what I
3-team
thought it was
trade,
as well.
but it didn't pan out the way I was looking at it. That's why I say you stay away from the speculations because you never ever know what's gonna happen. You know.
And the sad reality is Kyrie Irving he might be a bad omen. Because I don't know two teams who have failed worse than this iteration of the post Luka Mavericks and then those them Brooklyn Nets he was on with KD and Harden.
Okay.
Two hyped up teams that just didn't pan out. Is
Yeah.
Kyrie a bad omen? I really don't want to say so because Kyrie's one of my favorite guards. But I mean, every team he's with that has this hype around it, it never works out.
Talk.
It never works out.
I get this text, an interesting text. Say, hey, Pearly, tell me how is the NL West doing to capture the NL West?
What?
Dexter, please rephrase that.
How is the NL West
They're making
doing
sense.
The
Let's
rest
go-
of the NL West to catch the Dodgers?
Oh, they may be trying to say that.
Yeah, well-
you got to spend money.
I'm not a genie. I'm not Nostradamus, but I can tell you one thing, Texter. That's not happening for a good minute, all right? Get used to the Dodgers winning the division and being a contending team. You just have to respect what they've done.
Amen, I say. Callie on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, big brother.
Yeah.
Black boy, what's
Yeah,
going
man.
on?
Off. What's going on?
Man, but 80 just buy a house in Dallas, man. The man just buy a house.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. He's got the money.
Like Kenny Smith said today, say, when you see the U-Haul in the front of your house, then you know it's going down. Get scared. It's getting trade.
Yep.
I got you.
But what happened to Simons, too? In Simons get trade? I think Boston
Yeah,
stupid
Anthony
for trading
Simons.
him now.
I agree because it was good to get a guy like Vucevic in there, and they might be anticipating for Tatum to come back, but still don't give up a guy like Anthony Simons because he was producing well for Boston while they were expected to not do anything this year, and Boston is top 3 in the East at 33-18. You got to give credit to Jaylen Brown, Joe Mazzulla. They've been great. They've exceeded every expectation. I didn't think they'd be in the playoffs at all.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
for real.
man. And the last couple of games I watched with him, man, he's raining trees, man. He had like
Right.
6 trees in one game.
That's because
he was hot.
Yeah, Muffy used to play with Dame in Portland, so that's the influence
I
right there.
remember.
Why? Yeah, he used to play with Damian Lillard, so he was bringing that skill set and that expertise that he learned from Dame, bringing it right to Boston. But they shipped him off to where did he go? To Chicago? I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I think it's Chicago.
because I think that's where Vucevic just came from. But I don't know if Vucevic traded before that.
And like I always say, Harden and being done 31 games and things like that. But he can look so funny in a Cleveland uniform. And then, boy, Buddy Hield.
Yeah,
Buddy
unfortunate
Hield,
for Buddy. They could do the jersey rainbow thing that they, that photo with Shaq with the jersey rainbow.
Yeah,
They'll be
yeah.
able to do that for them.
But there's a guy named somebody Johnson that has a commercial that he's played for 14 NFL teams, and I thought it was just a hypey
Wow.
commercial. I googled it.
He played
the brother
for
played for
14
14 NFL teams.
Or is it Josh McCown or no?
No,
'Cause that's the backup quarterback who bounces around.
No, it's a
too.
Johnson. He's not a quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that move with Milwaukee do that might backfire on them with Giannis.
Oh,
But
to
then
keep
John
him?
Morant, really didn't want him, man. With his
Yeah,
trouble,
because-
he couldn't be traded.
Yeah, because like what people don't realize with Ja is that it's just like when sometimes your reputation precedes you.
Right.
And Ja is talented, a great guard when like he showed flashes of greatness, and he's a solid guard when fully healthy and fully focused. But is the focus going to be there? Is the health going to be there? Is his commitment to the game going to be there? Is he going to level up his game as a guard? It's not all about high flying. Can you shoot efficiently?
Right.
Can you set up the offense? So that's probably why teams were like, yeah, I don't want to put all this effort into getting Ja. And Memphis was lowering their price before the deadline, and still nobody wanted him, which speaks volumes. And that's really crazy.
Yeah, they
for
let
Ja.
Jackson go to. They let Jackson Jr. go to.
Yep, but they got a good haul for him because that's somebody committed to the game. Like, and you could, and Utah, they're building a nice yacht better too to like really
with George, especially with George too.
Right, exactly.
But,
George is nice.
Yeah, Stock Boy, but you and your brother, y'all doing a good job, but y'all.
I appreciate it, Muff.
I'm proud
Thank you.
of y'all.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
up the good work.
Thanks, Muff. I appreciate it,
Let me
man.
let someone else get in.
All right, Muff. Thank you.
This is Talking Heads with Pearly and special guest Stat Boy from Press Box visiting today. We're going to take our first break on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM at Talking Heads Thursday. We shall be right back.
Hungry? Well, Burger King Nassau is turning up the flavor at a great price. The King Meal Deals give you big taste, value, and options for just $5.50, including that. Love that BK Flame Grilled Beef? Grab a Rodeo Burger Jr. served with crispy fries and a drink. Or if you like chicken, go for the Rodeo Crispy Chicken Jr. or the 6-piece Nugget Meal, also with fries and a drink. One price, tons of choices, and flavor that hits every time. The King Meal Deals are only $5.50 at Burger King Nassau, where taste is on fire.
Struggling to find your financial rhythm? Make that move to Fidelity and let us help you orchestrate your financial goals into perfect harmony with free financial coaching sessions. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Get ready for the biggest football game of the year, Super Bowl 60. We have the best seat in the house for you. Join Star 106.5 All-Star Team live at Anthony's on Paradise Island on Super Bowl Sunday, February 8th from 2 to 6 p.m. Enjoy giant screens, delicious fun food, ice-cold Collect Bear specials, prizes and surprises non-stop. It's the place to be for Super Bowl Sunday. Anthony's on Paradise Island. Watch the Patriots take on the Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
The Star 106.5 All-Star Team will be there to cheer you on from 2 to 6 p.m. It's the biggest Sunday of the year for the biggest game of the year, Super Bowl 60, live at Anthony's on Paradise Island. Don't miss it.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
And welcome back to our Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. This is your boy Pearly here with Stat Boy. Today, my special guest, surprise guest today.
Yep.
Super Bowl.
That's what we're talking about now?
Yeah, but let me read this quick text.
Go ahead, yeah.
Well, tonight the Sixers versus the Lakers will clash tonight. VJ will have a career night. Go Sixers. This is the Bahamian boys playing against each other tonight.
I would expect VJ to have a career night. We can't defend nobody. So I'm rooting for VJ. I hope he does well, and I hope Ayton gets back consistent. But yeah, very relevant text.
It should be fun. It should be fun to see it. I will definitely be watching it. It's in LA, right?
I believe so. LA or Philly.
No, I think it's a late game tonight. And I will be watching my Lakers tonight.
I still think we beat them, though. I still think we beat them.
Probably. Like my friends used to say, probably.
But you never know.
10 o'clock, the Lakers are 3.5 point favorite. We'll talk about that when we do the picks a little later. We'll have that involved in our picks. But there was a lot of hype for this NBA trades. And to me, a lot of trades were made, but nothing other than Harden.
Substantial.
Nothing other than Harden grabbed me.
Harden still, for his age, solid player. I'll give him that. But like you said, there's nothing that oh wow, this is a move that there's nothing that makes a team a contender, or like a lot of teams are tanking, but there's nothing that made a team like a real contender. I still don't think Cleveland is good enough overall to beat a team like Boston, even New York or Detroit, because all those teams could do something better than Cleveland. That's play defense.
But New York is still New York is the favorite to represent the East this year.
Yeah, I could see it.
And I think Cleveland is now number 2.
No, I can't put them above Detroit. Because Detroit just took that Knicks team to the wall last year, had inexperience.
Yeah.
Now, You see them this year; they're 37-12. That's the second best record in the league, and
Yeah.
the Thunder are 40-12. So you could see the Pistons end with a better record than the Thunder.
It's gonna be interesting. Caller, you on the air? How you doing?
Yeah, man, Burley. We messed up from the beginning of the season when we got Lonzo Ball and Cleveland. That was the downfall from there.
Oh, so I'm assuming you're a Cleveland Cavalier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I saw them get DeAndre Hunter last season, I was really, really impressed, and I was like, man, that's a massive trade.
Okay.
That boy bad. But when I saw them just give him away,
Yeah, they traded him
I was
recently
like,
for
what
somebody.
the hell is management doing in there?
Yeah. They're making room for LeBron to come back home.
Must be.
To just give him a final
farewell tour. You get his rocking chair in there.
Give us no championship, and they killing Spider. The Spider isn't going to be young forever.
No, he's not.
Yeah, so we got a good call on Jared Allen and Evan Mobley,
Okay.
and I love Darius Garland. It's just that he's battling with those foot issues.
Okay.
But we need to fire that front office now. I mean, like we were just one play away, and trust me, a healthy DeAndre Hunter was bringing us close to the championship. We just needed to get healthy, and I think we could have made a push.
That's
Okay.
a good take call.
So are you and you sound like you taking the defeatist attitude? It sound like you don't think nothing can happen no more this year for you.
With Harden?
Yeah.
With Harden?
My job, I got to ask the
Someone in
question.
their right mind wouldn't think that something's going to happen with James.
But now if
First of
Harden
all,
go off and score, like, he can score now. He still can score.
But the issue is
he still can score.
him and Spider have the same style.
We weren't too bad on scoring. We just needed to. I would rather us just bring in Chris Paul and don't get rid of Lonzo Ball and just brought in Chris Paul and then continue to push with Garland and I didn't even like bringing Schroeder there.
Yeah.
I don't see we didn't move the needle. As a matter of fact, every trade that happened for this trade deadline was a bunch of crap.
Yeah. I don't see any team made a trade that will make them from a contender to a championship possible team or even to move. I don't see it. I really don't.
Yeah, I try to figure out what Golden State and those were doing with their trade for Porzingis. Like, come on, man.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's like Buddy last game, man.
Yeah. And then they send Buddy down to Atlanta. I mean, it's warmer. I mean, no, they come from Golden State, same thing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is they saying is that an indication that Buddy's on the final leg?
Probably. Sad to say.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sadly so.
Like,
Because he's born in the early
what's the game
90s, so I think he's like 33, 34.
So I mean, it sounds like he will be moving around and over the next couple of years, team to team to team.
Only thing left for him is a veteran minimum salary, and then I think he's going to be looking out.
Boy,
unfortunate.
Well, hopefully he could come in LA and give us a good year
I
of
hope
some sharp shooting.
You like losing it?
Listen to you.
Oh wow.
Like, come on, man! Like you have been losing from the bubble.
For real, since the bubble, you
And I am a die-hard LeBron James fan.
You are? Somebody Herb send him to Kid Cleveland and send him to make that call.
But I just can't. I couldn't watch LA games with LeBron. I ain't gonna lie.
It hurts.
I tried. That didn't work out. I root for you on the lowers, and I pulled for LeBron to score.
Oh,
and after he got the top score on record, I was like, all right, that's it.
That's it.
No more watching LA games.
No, for me, I watch, but for me, man. You'll get one or two good plays out of him, and then the guy he's guarding blows past him, dunks somebody off, or the guy he's got to score a bunch of points, and be like, this brother plays no kind of D.
When I watch it, it's sort of like watching them from high school straight to now. It's like sad to me. Like I try and figure like what are you doing? You're just destroying your legacy, man. Like come on,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
hurry up, retire, man, and get them praises and let them big you up
Hurry
and
up,
everything.
retire.
Oh boy, I don't know why you hanging around. And it reminds me a lot of veteran players who don't want to sit down, just want to stay there. And then ESPN don't help it now because they trying to big this brother up so much like he's still the best thing since sliced bread.
LeBron is now reminding me of the Bahamas government.
Oh, time to go.
Time to go. I'll see you later, man.
All right, bro. I walk right into that full fledged.
You did. Time to go.
I can hear but that. But you look forward to the trade deadline. You look forward to the excitement of the trade deadline, and then it's like
Especially when names like Giannis and Ja get thrown out, and you're like, okay, could they be on the move? Nope, we're not going to trade him.
It's just premature. You know, it's like everything that's one time.
Come on,
Nothing happened.
It's a dud.
I don't know. So I seen Oklahoma get stronger.
I agree.
I see Oklahoma get stronger.
Adding McCain strength.
I see the Lakers get more scoring, but still got no defense.
No defense. So yeah, that's what that is there.
I see. The jury's out on what Golden State did.
I don't hate it. I don't know if I'm in love with it, but I certainly don't hate it. I can live with it because they've needed a big man for so long because the game has reverted back. The small ball style that the Warriors used to play in 2017, 2016, 2018. It's not the same no more. You need a solid big man to thrive in the NBA now.
But Singh is not a rim protector.
That's true. He's a stretch. He's a
stretch five.
Yeah, he's a stretch five.
So he's bringing right back to he's not changing anything for the Warriors.
At
He's
least not on the
any
defensive
defense.
end. Correct. Yeah, you're correct.
All right.
Defensively,
And he doesn't. Does he play center or he plays number 4?
I think he plays center. Yeah, no, he plays center because Draymond would have to be the 4. And Draymond's always been undersized as a 4. He's only about 6'6".
Yeah, I know.
So it's always just been his
But he's strong,
scrappiness
and he's
his
scrappy
strength.
and everything,
Exactly,
yeah.
right. So he could make up for it. But like you said, no rim protection with the Warriors. When they play teams with solid bigs, Jokic is gonna feast. Embiid's gonna feast. Giannis is gonna feast. These guys are just gonna feast on him.
It's just boy.
Yep. It's
Well,
rough.
we'll see what happens. You know, the NBA has moved from this fundamental playing. I mean, in terms of defense, it's just everybody wants to shoot the three.
Everybody copy the Warriors.
Everybody want to hit
copy
the three. Everybody hit the three, and so it gets to the point that these guys putting up all these shots, putting up all these and nothing, and there's nothing exciting. It's not like when Kobe was there, when Michael Jordan was there. Even with who played in Atlanta 100 years ago?
Wilkins, Dominique
Wilkins.
Yeah.
You look for excitement. You look for a devastating slam dunk. You're looking for Magic Johnson making that sweet pass that he bounced the ball in a curve to the right.
And teams had their own identity. The Lakers was the Showtime fast break identity.
Yes.
The Celtics, hard, gritty defense. Bird will shoot and score, but the ball movement. Like you said, Dominique Wilkins high flying above the rim. Similar with the 76ers when they had Dr. J and Moses Malone.
Yep.
That's just what it was.
Yep.
And then with Michael Jordan in Chicago, the Bulls, a triangle offense. And Jordan was the primary scorer, but the ball movement was there. Teams don't have an identity anymore. They all want to have the same play style identity. Nobody's unique. So that's why it's so hard to watch.
Something interesting that's happened in Major League Baseball.
And what's that?
It's not a trade. No, but the Dodgers didn't sign somebody else.
Okay. I was like, what's that?
Detroit Tigers ace Tariq Skubal.
Oh, this is arbitration?
Yeah, one is arbitration.
How much is he going to get paid?
$32 million.
Wow. It's a big payday right there for 1 year.
That's paying him $13 million a year more. You get a $13 million raise.
Wow. Credit to him. I mean, the seasons he's had, though, back-to-back has warranted that, I must say.
And Detroit is doing some things. They just signed Framber
I know who
Valdez
you're talking about.
for $350 million.
Either Houston or some team like that. They just got him in Detroit.
Yep.
So they're about to contend in the AL Central, I believe is their division. Yeah, it is.
So I find it interesting.
Them in Cleveland. That'll be a really nice division race. I like it.
So now, does that mean that Detroit did not want to pay him that kind of money?
Oh, definitely not.
So now, so it tells me that by a trade deadline, he's out of there. He's out
Either
of there.
Deadline or the off-season max. They just ride him out one more season.
Nah, the season. Next week is the spring training. Everybody's in camp,
Right.
so I think they're going to start the season with him.
Yeah.
And by the end of July, when the trade deadline comes through,
Yeah. He's out.
GONE.
Send him somewhere.
Yeah.
And
So
just
let's read
hope
it.
and pray it's not in Los Angeles Dodgers because, oh my goodness.
No comment.
Okay.
But we used 40 pitchers last year. We've got a lot of young pitchers that can pitch in the major leagues.
Oh yeah,
the River Ryan, the Glavin Stone, the Emmett Sheehan, and some other pitchers. Wilbinski and that's there. That may have to end up in AAA for the start of the season.
And then
so
you
we've got
bring them
players
up
that
gradually,
we can, but we've got players that we can trade.
Yeah, you do.
We can say, listen, you need two
Prospects.
good young pitchers that don't kill your salary, that will give you the same kind of thing. You got it.
Boom, and then boom.
Yep. Let's read this. Why does LeBron hurry up, just go? Why doesn't LeBron just hurry up, just go? Hope the Lakers will give LeBron a rocking chair. The Bahamas will rejoice. Just leave L.A. for real. Let's get into the picks before we go. We We got to go like almost rocket.
NBA picks.
Yeah, rocket speed. Okay, let's get to it right now. I was on Bleacher Report.
It's all good.
Yeah, I go to Bleacher Report like 19 times a day.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, let's start with the first one here. Come on, phone. Okay. The Washington Wizards are the Detroit Pistons. I think the Detroit are 15.5-point favorite. Yep. I would go with the Wizards. I mean, with the Pistons.
But not
I don't
cover.
know about the points. I think I'd just take the money line.
I would take them to cover. I mean, I don't bet. But, yeah, I would take them to cover. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The Brooklyn Nets and the Orlando Magic, 2 donkey teams.
Give me the Magic.
I'll take the Magic, but not at the 9.5 because you don't know.
No.
Utah Jazz at the Atlanta Hawks. The Jazz are 9.5-point favorites. The overs, that is 244. That's a lot. They just can score.
Give me Utah, but not them points, because that's one of those games could go back and forth.
Yeah. Chicago Bulls at the Toronto Raptors. Raptors is 7.5-point favorites. I like Toronto. I can take a chance. I'll take these points.
Cover. Yeah, I like Toronto too. They've been playing good. Young nucleus.
The Charlotte Hornets at the Houston Rockets. Houston only a 3.5-point favorite.
Well, Charlotte plays a lot of teams. Like, they play up to their competition and they play down. But I'll take Houston on this.
I'll take Houston. I'll take the cover as well.
Yeah.
The Spurs at the Dallas Mavericks. Spurs are 7.5-point favorites, coming off the big win over OKC the other night.
Yeah, give me San Antonio. And yeah, give them to me to cover.
Dallas, the AD's gone. Dallas ain't got nothing.
Just Cooper Flag, go do your thing, man.
Yeah. Cooper Flag just can run up and down all day.
Yep.
Golden State Warriors at the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix is a 5.5-point favorite, so that trade didn't really say anything.
Give me Phoenix.
I'll take Phoenix. And then the last game would be the 76ers at the Lakers. Lakers are 3.5-point favorites. I'm going to pull for VJ and DeAndre to get off, but the Lakers, I'd take the Lakers in the 3.5.
And the cover, I agree. Yeah. I agree with that.
There you got it. It's been a great time. Thank you so much for joining me, Stat Boy. Really enjoyed it. You're a bunch of stats. You always got them figures, and always glad to talk to you because you keep us up to date.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thanks for the text. Thanks for the calls. Happy birthday again to you, Jenny. This has been Pearly, Stat Boy on Guardian Radio. Talking Heads Thursday, 96.9 FM. We're out of here.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
The fried chicken experts are back with a brand new way to enjoy your favorite sandwich. Introducing the Wrap Star. Crunch into the Wrap Star, full of flavor and wrapped in a warm grilled tortilla for that perfect crunchy bite. A classic made modern that's crunchy, melty, and grilled to perfection for all the journeys of your day. KFC, it's...
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Okay, so I saw this headline, and I really love this headline because you know I like Mike Vrabel. And you know I love Max Crosby. Max Crosby of the Raiders reportedly wants to play. Where does he want to play? This team, that team, the best team, the AFC, the NFC. Max Crosby wants to play for Mike Vrabel. And running backs and quarterbacks want to play with Kyle Shanahan. Matt Stafford took less to play with Sean McVay. You see Vrabel in the tunnel with players, emotionally hugging them. And he's not just doing that to the stars. He's doing that to gunners on special teams and long snappers. That image is so incredibly powerful throughout the league. And there are only 5 or 6 head coaches. That's about it in this league that have a brand. That doesn't mean there's only 5 or 6 great coaches, but that have a brand. Shanahan, schemes. Andy Reid, creativity. McVay, energy, innovation. Harbaugh, physicality. And the 2 words I would use with Mike Vrabel, tough love. Nobody is going to be harder on you and love you more than Dad and Mike Vrabel. And Vrabel's brand is virtually impossible to duplicate because of his size and physicality. Apparently, he intimidated people in Tennessee. Like he was intimidating. And there were reports that when he was interviewing for jobs, people remarked about his sheer size and presence in the room. And so it worked against him. I can't imagine it would, but those were the stories. So you can't really duplicate him. And the other thing is there's 2 things in the league you cannot fake. And I would say among pro athletes, you can't fake a tough guy. Those who know. You can't fake being a tough guy. You also can't fake that you really, really deeply care about your players. Players can smell fake tough guys. They can sniff out the guy who says he loves you but doesn't. So Vrabel, to me, is a very unique coach. Chris Long, and he's such a good fit in New England. Chris Long yesterday on their show talked about that.
Mike Vrabel is who he is. What you see is what you get. Players appreciate that. And we also appreciate being told the truth. That's one thing I always appreciate about Belichick was, I had coaches that would walk a mile around confrontation and telling you the truth and telling you if what you were doing wasn't cutting it or what we were doing as a team, something needed to change. Hiring Mike Vrabel is gonna turn out to be one of the best decisions a team has made this decade.
And by the way, Sean Payton has some of this. Vrabel and Sean Payton, they'll bark at you. They allow you to bark back, and they don't hold grudges. Nothing pettier than holding grudges. Sean Payton barks at Bo Nix. Bo Nix barks back. Sean barks back. Bo barks back again, and they don't hold grudges. He loves him. And Vrabel has that quality. And even among coaches, you'd think that was universal. It's not. There's pettiness in every industry, and Vrabel just doesn't have that. Max Crosby is reportedly, according to Jay Glazer, Jay's been on a heater, is done with the Raiders. So this actually is not terrible for the Raiders because Max Crosby has not translated into success, right? Like they haven't had the right coach and the right quarterback, and I think they now have both. But Max is going to get you an absolute haul. Really good teams that probably could talk themselves into winning a Super Bowl with Max, New England, the Bears, and the Ravens all could use Max Crosby. Okay, the Patriots could use him. The Ravens could use him. The Bears could absolutely use him. I could absolutely see in all 3 teams giving up a first-round pick or more. And here's the thing. Micah Parsons, 5-star recruit, goes to big brand Penn State, first-round pick, goes to the Cowboys, is viewed one way. But to me, he's a splash player who disappears against the run and has been overwhelmed by really elite left tackles in the postseason. Max Crosby goes to Eastern Michigan, 4th-round pick, goes to the lowly Raiders. For a long time, he's viewed another way. To me, Max Crosby's the better player. Max Crosby's much better against the run. Max Crosby is not a splash player. Max Crosby is a relentless dog, very much like Aiden Hutchinson or a Myles Garrett. He just doesn't take plays off. So, and Mike is good. I'm not saying that, but I always felt, and I've had GMs tell me this, Micah is a splash player. He makes very memorable plays, and he's very good. And Green Bay's defense was not as good when he got injured. I'm not saying Mike is not a first-round talent, but Crosby is better against the run. I think you get a more consistent effort. So if the Raiders do move off him, they're going to get a haul. a haul. When I talk to executives around this league, and I say, like, who do you think is a guy who's a great player? Take out quarterbacks. And I've asked this question before. Take out quarterbacks. Give me 3 guys in the league you'd die to have. Like, without question, Max Crosby gets named. Here was Jay Glazer this week on his future.
There's a couple guys. If they tell you they're playing, they're playing. It's not open for discussion. They're playing. There's certain guys, they need it.
Do you think you think his time with the Raiders is done?
I do.
Before the draft?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
What kind of haul do you think, realistically, a Max Crosby gets in general?
He, probably more than Micah. So the day it happened, no less than 20 teams called me.
20 teams on Max Crosby. He's only played with 1 defensive Pro Bowler. He's been double. Everybody knows you got to stop one Raider. He's Saquon and Matt Stafford. He just needs the right fit. With a big game coming up, we're all about enjoying the moment without paying for it the next day. Whether I'm hosting friends, jamming, cheering from the couch, heading to a watch party, I want to be fully present and still feel good in the morning. For me, that means planning ahead, especially if I want to have a few drinks. My simple trick, start the night with Z-Biotics pre-alcohol. Z-Biotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink. The world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's actually to blame for rough days after drinking. So pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember, to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, you'll feel your best tomorrow. If you're planning to enjoy the big game without sacrificing your productivity the next day, Z-Biotics pre-alcohol as you cover. Start your night with pre-alcohol. Wake up ready to show up for work the next day. ZBiotics.com/theherd. Go there now. 15% off your first order if you use the herd at checkout. It's backed by 100% money back guarantee, no risk. Subscriptions also available for maximum consistency. Remember, ZBiotics.com/theherd. Use the code THEHERD at checkout for 15% off.
Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
It's been a huge week in the NBA column, but we're starting with the NFL because there is actual news in the Super Bowl, and it's not great for Seattle. Nick Warry, the great young talent in the secondary, a great chess piece who can play in the box in the secondary, injured his ankle at practice yesterday, and we have video footage of him walking into the hotel last night. If you have not seen this, it's not great news for Seahawks fans. Here's Amin Warry getting out of an SUV, and you can see he's clearly laboring, unless he's hamming it up for the cameras, Colin. This does not look good. That is a pronounced limp. Now, maybe you shoot him up with,
So that's Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so he's got to practice Thursday. We'll see what happens today at practice. Then he's got Friday, Saturday.
Young players heal very quickly.
I mean, depending what. All right.
Well, I mean,
that just doesn't look great. That's not natural.
That's what I looked last night out of a car,
that's
but
what
for
I
different
heard.
reasons.
I was getting some reports about you last night getting after it. Obviously, Amin Warry is what really makes his defense go.
Oh,
now their secondary is loaded. Witherspoon.
He's so versatile.
Yeah.
And safety's a position in the league that's in vogue now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the really good teams safeties are moving up draft boards. And it's a very cyclical league. Nobody likes running backs. Now everybody wants running back. These two teams run the ball. Safety has become a kind of an alpha on these defenses, a versatile safety who can cover, who can pass rush. This kid can get sacks.
Tackle in space.
He's a great tackler.
Yeah.
So this is
He can match up with your wide receiver, your tight end, your running back out of the backfield, all of it. Like, he's all over the board. This would be a big blow to Seattle if he's unable to play. But it's still, what's today, Thursday? Hopefully he'll be fine in time. All right, let's go to the next story. The Dallas Cowboys, Colin. They haven't been to an NFC Championship game since 1995. Wow. My goodness, so embarrassing. And, of course, Dak Prescott's at the Super Bowl, and he's getting asked on his chances of making a Super Bowl in the future.
Monkey gorilla, you know, he grows, he gets bigger each year that we don't make it, and that's real. You know, talking to Micah, just, you know, it's one of those things. You know, you become a rookie, you get in here, and you know, everybody thinks they can win the Super Bowl, and they think how easy it is. And when you have a year like I did as a rookie year, you think you're gonna have multiple opportunities to get back, and you sit here in year 10, having opportunities in the playoffs and not doing what you wanted to do as a team and definitely individually, it hurts. And every year, you know, it just means even more.
You know, it's interesting. He's a little bit of the opposite of Sam Darnold. So the first impressions of Darnold is bust.
Yeah.
But inside the league, everybody's like, no, he's one of the best athletes I've ever seen play the position. Dak comes onto the scene as a fourth rounder. Dallas Cowboys big brand, offensive coach, very quick, the best offensive line in the league. The initial imagery of Dak is, this guy's a Hall of Famer.
Wasn't it like 24 touchdowns, 2 picks as a rookie?
13-3. They had the best O-line, very quickly had Zeke. So the early belief on Dak after like 2 years was, this could be a Hall of Famer. This is an elite player. And Dak has sort of plateaued because he's not a great athlete. He didn't have a big arm. Darnold's a much more talented player. But Darnold's initial, the embedded part of Darnold is can't play, sees ghosts. The initial part with Dak. So my take on Dak has always been he got overvalued because he walked into a really good. If you have the best offensive line in the league, I mean, for a quarterback, it's hard. It's hard to fail.
I think he started as a third-string quarterback in preseason. It was Romo who got hurt. Then there was a backup whose name escapes me. And then Dak comes in. People are no expectations. He was amazing.
He had a game at the Coliseum. I thought it was a preseason game or something, and people went,
"Yeah, dude, he was good."
But as you later found out, there are limitations when you put him in playoff games against elite teams. He's been a very average postseason quarterback.
So I got a surprise question for you. It's not on the sheet here.
Okay.
How many career playoff wins for Dak Prescott?
2.
Correct. Sam Darnold has 2 this postseason. Drake May has 3 already. And I look at Dak and I'm like, he hasn't been great in the playoffs, but Colin, has Jerry Jones put a great team around him?
No, my argument is just on the imagery. The initial first 2 years of Sam was can't play. The initial, because of what he inherited in Dallas, was unbelievable player. The truth is today, if you ask GM, Sam's more talented. But those first impressions die slowly.
I mean, Brock Purdy, my guy, 5 playoff wins. 5. First impression for Brock was like, oh, he didn't lose a game. Remember the first time when he came in as the backup?
And now, has reality set in with Brock a little bit? He gets dinged up. He can be a bit reckless. He does need to have a little better protection. Yeah, but the first impressions, I mean, by the way, first impressions of Jalen Hurts was, whoa, wow. I heard two things last night at a Super Bowl party. The Jalen Hurts locker room stuff is not good.